Hi, I'm Friday Elliott. I'm the CEO of Friday Afternoon Tea in Seattle, Washington, and I'm here today to talk to you about tasting tea with all your senses. So, what are our five senses, right? Five traditionally accepted senses are sight, scent, sound, touch, and taste, right? Now, in tasting tea, we do use all of these senses for a complete experience. It's really easy to take something as everyday and simple as tea and just kind of rush through it and kind of, just drink our tea without thinking about it. But tea as a ritual has a long and rich tradition around the world. And if we do slow down and really take the time to access tea with all of our senses, it can be such a rewarding experience. So, let's walk through how we use all of our senses while tasting tea. Now, first of all, the sense of touch, right? Let's start with touch. So I've got a gaiwan here. This is a traditional Chinese tea brewing device. It's just a thick borosilicate glass. This one has a really lovely texture. It's one of my favorites for tasting tea. I like to hold it and feel the warmth of the leaf through the walls of the glass in my hands. It's really pleasant. Also, a pleasant textural aspect to tea is in drinking the tea itself, to taste the texture of it. Taste the mouthfeel. Really let it, open up, roll over your tongue, roll over your palate, and experience all the texture, the full-bodiedness, and all of that. So we get that sense of touch, both inside our mouth and externally on our hands. You can play with the leaves if you like. You can feel the texture of your tea wares is a really excellent thing to do. It's a pretty popular practice to just really enjoy feeling temperature and texture while you're drinking your tea. So that's touch. We've got taste, of course. When you're drinking your tea, it's nice to slow down and really pick it apart and think about all the different things you're tasting. In my case, I'm drinking a Laokang oolong from Wuyi, China right now, which is a charcoal roasted oolong tea. It's very complex. It's got a lot of orchidy notes and some really mineral smoky charcoal notes. It's one of my very favorite teas. And it's kind of fun to take a wine tasting approach to tasting tea as well and really think about it and think about, the bouquet and think about the palette and think about all the different little complex things you're tasting, or just don't think about it very much at all and just say, this is good. It tastes good. There's really a lot of value to doing it that way too. So as long as you're enjoying it, you're doing it right. That's my motto when it comes to tea. So we've got, let's see, we did touch, we did taste. Sound is one people don't think about with tea very often. Now there's a lot to be said for enjoying the sound of gently pouring water over a leaf. I like to enjoy the sound of my glass brewing accoutrement clicking and clacking. There's a lot of ASMR videos out there of drinking tea lately, and I've been really enjoying those. I know my teenager's been really enjoying the tea brewing ASMR videos. So, touch, taste, sound. We have scent. Scent is very important. Now, the scent of a dry tea leaf is one thing. The scent of a spent brewed tea leaf is a completely different thing. And it's really fun to be able to smell and enjoy the aroma over multiple infusions of a tea leaf like this oolong allows us to do. Brew over and over and over and experience the scent repeatedly. I did that. I just drank right out of the gaiwan instead of pouring in here. I'm a heathen. So that's really pleasant too. The aroma, scent and taste really do feed into each other. So that's nice to note too. What things are you tasting that you're also smelling, and vice versa? Where are you smelling things that you are not picking up on your palate, and vice versa? Is a really interesting thing to pay attention to as well. Now, sight is really a lovely part of the tea experience. Looking at the shape of the leaf, just so pretty. I know I'm making a mess. And again, like the visual aesthetic of your tea ware itself, beyond just the tea leaf and the tea brew, enjoying your tea ware and really picking out what brewing method you want to use and what brewing equipment, what favorite cup you're in the mood to use. All of that is just setting the scene and creating a visual aesthetic that can set any mood that you want, and that's really valuable as well. So let's see, we did touch, we did taste, we did sound, smell, and sight. That's it. That's all of them. I'm kind of a hippie, so I'm a big believer in that sixth sense, which, you know, I refer to as vibe, the vibe. But that's kind of the way everything all comes together. So, you know, creating that environment for yourself, creating a mood, creating an experience, it all comes together, it all plugs in, and it's nice. It doesn't have to be a whole big fancy thing. You can just brew yourself a cup of tea and just tap in and think, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? What tactily am I feeling? What can I smell? What can I taste? And just taking a minute to do that is a really pleasant experience. So I hope y'all slow down today just for a minute. Give yourself a couple minutes to just really sink into a cup of tea and experience it with all of your senses. I think you'll find it very rewarding.